And hello everybody, welcome back to another Plan With Me video this week. In this week's video, we will be setting up for the month of April. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a like, subscribe, and tell your friends that I'll be posting a new monthly setup every single month of this year. And also, if you're interested in seeing the weekly setups for the months, don't forget to check out my Instagram at PlanLikeThat, the same way it's spelled here. For the month of April, the flower is Daisies, inspired by Shada Campbell's spreads in 2020, I believe, where she followed the flower of each month. Of course, daisies are naturally white, but I was really concerned that a lot of spreads for the month will be yellow in a row, so I tried to Google a different color for daisies, and I opted in for a light pink color, although in my posts on Instagram the background will be red, for I do not have pink in my house for some reason. Although right now I'm using a blanket to cover the background noise in my room, and it is pink. Should have used it for my posts. Anyway, moving on, I am just filling out the petals of the daisies on the cover page. As usual, I'm just putting the first 3 letters of the month at the front, although I'm pretty sure April would have fit completely, but you know, consistency. I'm using my Crayola color pencils for this spread, and so therefore you know that doing this spread took quite a while to color in completely, but I do like how it turned out. However, on camera the pink seems to be way more pale than in person, so I kind of wish I colored them a little bit darker, but there are some things we just have to let go. If you notice that this Crayola color pencil has 2 ends to it, you're right. About 2 or 3 years ago, I was filming a Plan With Me video, and for some reason, I noticed that one side, wasn't sharpened, so I decided to sharpen it without even noticing that the other side was already sharpened. I don't know how I did that, but I did it, and now I'm just gonna have to live with it. I could technically saw off one of the ends of that color pencil, but why even bother? I'm just gonna leave my mistake there. It's the only color pencil I ever done that to, and just tells me to pay attention a little bit more. I'm using my 05 Staedtler fine liner to outline the word April, and I believe I'm also using it for the petals of the flower as well, though I'm not quite sure. I'll have to wait and see. There you go. Alright, so for the actual month of April, I used the 05 for the thickness, and then for the petals and the leaves, I am outlining them with my 005 micron pen. I bought these micron pens in a pack of, I believe, 8 over at Michael's about 3 or 4 or maybe even 5 years ago, but I just never really used them until now. And that is because, obviously, if you've been following me for a while, you'll know that my Staedtler fine liner has finally dried out. Quite unfortunate, as I did enjoy those pens, but it's about time I start using my microns. It's not really cool of me to keep on buying stationery supplies and not using them. Please, oh please, oh please, if you have a large collection of stationery supplies, make sure you use them. They take up a lot of space in your home. You spent a lot of money on them, might as well enjoy them as well. So I'm just outlining the last couple petals, and I believe another bud flower at the tippy top. And I believe now we'll be done with the cover page. Just adding the last circle detail on top. What else do I gotta do? There you go. Moving on to the next page, we'll be setting up the actual monthly calendar on these 2 pages. For once, we have enough room at the top to write out the word April, but first we gotta go back to coloring. No matter how you do it, coloring with color pencils just takes a while. Bear with me here. but it does give you a lot of time to catch up if you guys are recreating any of my spreads, which, by the way, if you do plan on recreating any of my spreads, feel free to tag me on Instagram at planlikethat, same way it's spelled here, so I can see them. I love seeing recreations. I've also found some recreations of mine on Pinterest, and no one tagged me, which is not cool. I found them years ago after I did the hot air balloons in, I believe, August of 2018 or 2019. Finally saw the recreations in 2020. They made my day. Moving on, I put daisies all over this page. I really didn't want this page to look plain. For the past couple months have been pretty black and white on this page, and I didn't quite appreciate it. So I'm just coloring in the last petals here, and then I'm using my yellow colored pencil to fill in the center part. I tried to add some depth with each petal, making the end of the petal darker than the inside. I'm not sure if it shows that much on camera. Right now I'm also using my 005 micron pen to do all the outlines of every single petal of every single daisy on the page. Once again, I apologize for the blurriness of my camera. Didn't mean to do that on purpose. One of these days, I will fix the settings on my camera. Although, to be fair, I don't remember changing them in the first place, so why are they like this? I don't know. If some of these sideways daisies are giving you flashbacks of your badminton days, same. Absolutely same. Although I did love the game, it was pretty fun. I liked it because it was tennis, but lighter on your shoulder, and you got to play indoors instead of the hot sun. Good times. I'm using my 05 to write out the word April over there on the top of the calendar, and then I'm writing down the days of the week as well, just so I don't forget. I'm using my 005 micron to do the lines for the actual monthly calendar, not using a ruler this time. I still cannot find my Muji ruler, and I do not feel like using a straight edge such as another stack of paper or envelope or book, because lines don't have to be straight. They don't have to be perfect. They are fine just the way they are. To add a little bit of extra color, although you definitely can't see it on the camera, but I'm adding a little splotch of pink over on the top right side of each square, so I can later go in with my 005 micron pen and add the number right on top of the pink. Here I am adding every single number for the month of April. And with that done, I believe we can move on to the last two pages of my spread, which is the mood tracker and the habit tracker. Oh, one more thing I forgot to do was to thicken the downstrokes of the word April, just so it could look like false calligraphy. Although looking at it on camera, it seems so minimal of a step. Perhaps next time I could go back and make it even thicker. Now we're moving on to the mood tracker and the notes page. For the notes page, as usual, I'm just writing the word notes at the bottom right hand corner of the page, just so I have a lot of room to write out notes or any brain dumps I have. And since I have the pen in my hand, again, I'm using my 05 here, I'm writing out the word mood tracker at the top of the previous page and outlining my key for this page with a sad face, happy face, and 3 squares in the middle, indicating a good mood, bad mood, and a neutral mood. Since I'm already down there at the bottom of the page, I am filling out each square with a Crayola colored pencil. Then I'm picking up the yellow Crayola colored pencil and filling in the center of each daisy. And then I outline each daisy petal with black. I believe this is my 005. Each petal represents a day in the month of April. And then I do number each petal as well, so I know which petal is which when I look back in my mood tracker later in the month, or pretty much at the end of the month. That's when I look back at it and just reflect on how the month has gone by so far. How many of you guys also do that? Reflect on your month that you had. Does it help you prepare for the next month coming up? I mean, are you even working on bettering yourself? I don't know, but that's pretty much it for this Plow Me video this week. This was the setup for the month of April. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a like, subscribe, and tell your friends that I post a new Plow Me video every single month of this year. And if they'd like to see my weekly spreads, they could follow me at Plan Like That on Instagram, the same way it's spelled here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!